Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Ringside Ramblers podcast. I'm Alex, and I'm joined on this episode by Alfonso and Rohit. And for this episode, we will be giving you our predictions for the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble match. Now, before we dive into it, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Ringside Ramblers on YouTube. And please go and check out our men's 2025 Royal Rumble prediction show, where you can find all our predictions for the men's Royal Rumble. But let's get into it. We'll do the same format as we did for the men's. We'll pick our three favourites. We'll pick a dark horse, a surprise entrant, and we will have a go at booking the ending of the women's Royal Rumble match. So, Alfonso and Rohi, welcome to the show. And are you ready to ramble?
Yes, I am. Now I'm ready to
Yes,
rumble. Excited, yeah.
Good. Very exciting
I'm so,
Royal Rumble match coming up this weekend. It should be a great show in general. We discussed the men's on a previous podcast. Please go and check that out. But let's get on to the women's Royal Rumble match. Now, let's jump straight into it. So, our three favourites to win this match. I feel like there aren't as many contenders this year, maybe as
Mm.
previous years, but we will dissect that now. So we'll start with you, Alfonso. Give us your three picks for the women's Royal Rumble match.
Io Sky,
Cool.
Bianca Belair, and Becky Lynch.
Wow.
Mm.
Okay, that's interesting because you have no Charlotte Flair. That's very interesting. I
Fuck,
have.
you're right.
Do you want to change?
Yeah, I'm going to change Becky Lynch for Charlotte Flair.
Okay, who are you taking out for Charlotte Flair?
I take out Becky Lynch. I forgot about Charlotte.
Fuck's sake. Great start, Alfonso, to this podcast. Right. I am going to follow up your picks because I have two of the same. I have
Mhm.
Charlotte Flair. I also have Io Sky.
Yeah.
And and
Mhm.
I'm going to say it right now. I really want Io Sky to win. She deserves it. She's a fucking amazing wrestler. And I want to see her win the Royal Rumble. I think it'd be great. And she could do like an Iron Woman performance. And my final pick is a little bit safe and I guess you could say boring, but it's Liv Morgan. She's never won the Royal Rumble. I think she's done some great character work over the past year. So I think she could possibly have a chance of winning. Um, Charlotte Flair's the favourite though, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah, I think so.
She hasn't been seen
I
It
don't
has
for
know.
to be.
over a year. And there's
Mm.
been video packages on her recently, and I feel like they're just building this up for her to win it. Um, Rohit,
I think she can go against Tiffany, and it can be a great WrestleMania match. But
Mm.
yeah,
I think it's very safe to do it. But
yeah,
Rohit,
it is
tell us.
the um the Tiffany match is the one that's being reported by the news outlets. Yeah, so Rohit, who are your three picks for the women's Royal Rumble match?
My picks are exactly the same as Alfonso's. Pretty much, yeah. So it's I was Charlotte Flair, Io Sky, and Bianca Belair.
Cool. We've all
Pretty
picked
much.
Charlotte Flair and Io Sky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
for sure. They're the two big favorites.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
do either of you guys really want EO to win? Because I really do. I would love
Yeah,
EO Sky to win
I'd love.
this.
I always
I
like when they
don't
pick different people. So yeah.
I don't mind her winning, but my dark horse is the one I really want to win because I really think, and you said it before, Alex, I think it's going to be Liv Morgan.
Mm.
She's
She
your
has been
dark
in the
horse.
last, yeah, she has been in the last two for many, like in the last two Rumbles. She was
Yeah,
the last eliminated against Rhea Ripley and against Bianca Belair. And maybe this is the year
Bailey.
she wins it. Against Bailey, I'm sorry. And maybe
Yeah,
this is the year she wins it.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a safe pick. I don't, but she is a solid performer. She's just dropped the world title. She was the world champion for like 6 to 8 months. She's had a great year, developed her character really well. She's improving a lot. You know, why not Liv Morgan? I just think Charlotte Flair is the standout, and Io Sky is maybe the crowd favorite. But my dark horse is somebody from NXT. Now, I was thinking Roxanne Perez, but then I don't think she has a chance because I think she's going to get her teeth into the main roster and get some storylines going first. So I have gone for the actual NXT Women's Champion, Julia.
Oh, nice. Good pick.
I was pretty sure you were going to you were going to say Stephanie Baker.
Yeah, I thought about Stephanie Vaquer as well. I feel like her and Julia are at a similar point at the moment. They've both come to NXT at the same time. They're
But
both getting over. The fans seem to really have taken to them, and they're both working really hard and to make their game better. And you can clearly see that. I think we'll see both of them in the Rumble match, but I just feel like Julia might have an outside chance of winning.
what about you,
Um,
Rohit?
It for me it depends if they tell us so, and I'm not 100% sure if she's actually cleared to wrestle or if it's like a work. But my dark horse pick would be Jade Cargill.
Oh
oh,
my! I was
oh.
about to pick her as one of my favorites because I think if she really improved this last year,
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure she's fit, but
Mm,
I think
that's what I'm
is about
believing. For.
yeah. So she can win it all. Like she comes on number 30 and wins it, that will be great. You know, for
Mm,
her character and for her motivations and things like that. And then you can do the whole who done it angle at the elimination chamber and maybe have her against Jade Cargill, against Bianca Belair or Naomi at Mania.
yeah, that could
Yeah,
work. Yeah, or you.
I
Yeah, work.
it's obvious that Jade Cargill will be a huge star in wrestling. She has all the tools. She just needs to get better in the ring and just learn basically, which she will do. So yeah, I probably don't think she'll win, but like she would certainly
Yeah,
bring an X factor to this Royal Rumble match. And yeah, I think you're right, Alfonso. I think they're going to go with Jade versus Bianca or Naomi probably at WrestleMania if Jade is ready for that kind of spotlight. But let's move on to our surprise entrant for the Royal Rumble match. Um, I'll go first this time. I don't think you can get a better surprise entrance than this one. I really don't think you can. She's been out of wrestling for nearly 10 years. She was absolutely fantastic when she was in the WWE. She's a former women's champion. That is, of course, the lovely AJ Lee.
yeah, well, yeah, would make sense. Now's
I
the
had
time.
this.
It can happen.
I have the same because I don't think Jordan Grace is a surprise anymore. And I
Mm,
can even put Jordan Grace as a sleeper pick to win it all.
Yeah,
wow.
I agree. Yeah, because they're getting a lot of.
Mm,
They've obviously done the merger with TNA, and Jordan Grace has signed with WWE, so she won't be a surprise.
mm,
She'll put on a great showing, I think. But AJ Lee, I mean, what a surprise that would be. I think people have since Punk's come back. I think people have hoped that she'd come back, but I don't think they ever really think that she will. So if
mm,
like over these past few months she's just been silently training, picking it all back up again, and she makes an appearance, I just think that will blow the roof off
mm,
for the fans
For
to
for
see
sure.
sure,
AJ.
for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about
So,
you, Rohit? Who's your surprise entrant for the Rumble this year?
I mean, unless it's been confirmed, it's a pretty obvious one. So I don't know if it is a surprise, but technically it would be, and that's just Becky Lynch. So
Yeah, Yeah,
So
She
yeah, I know
hasn't
it's
been she
quite
hasn't
obvious.
been confirmed. She
Okay,
hasn't
so
been
it could
confirmed,
count.
but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So it's like one of them predictable surprise, but until it actually happens, you're still not 100% sure, but you're like 99% sure. So yeah,
yeah,
so I'm going
yeah. She hasn't been confirmed, but
with
I mean, there's every chance she shows up. And again,
yeah.
you've got arguably the biggest star in the women's roster. I mean, it's her and Charlotte probably. So again,
Mm,
she's going to be a huge name in that match for sure if she shows up. Um, Alfonso, yours was AJ Lee as well, was it?
Yes, for sure.
mhm.
There you go. So
Yeah,
let's hope an
that's a
AJ Lee makes an appearance. I want to see that. I really do.
for
That would
sure.
be incredible. So let's move on
Could you
to
imagine the interaction between AJ Lee and Liv Morgan? Like the weirdness angle between the two.
yeah, because AJ Lee played this absolutely like psychopathic, crazy lady, didn't she? Character
Mm.
when she was at her peak, which is exactly what Liv Morgan is doing right now. There you go, Rohit. You've immediately booked AJ Lee's first feud on her comeback. There you go. AJ Lee versus Liv Morgan at WrestleMania. Book it now. Um,
Fair enough.
so let's move on to what we think will be the ending of the Royal Rumble match, or to, let's have a go at booking the ending. So,
Mm.
Alfonso, what do you think? Give us your booking, our
Okay.
final elimination, whatever it may be, for the Women's Royal Rumble.
I think you have the workhorse Iron Woman performance, 1 hour plus of Io Sky. She's in the final three or two. She
Yeah.
eliminates somebody, maybe Bianca Belair. She's facing the ramp. Who is number 30? We know already because all of the packages is Charlotte Flair, who comes in and eliminates Io Sky to a huge, huge boost. And she cuts a promo with a tear in her eyes and says she's going to face Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania as the biggest heel ever. Tiffany Stratton is your biggest babyface ever, and that's what you have in the women's division at Mania.
Alfonso, that's pretty weird because I have such a similar ending to you. Um, I think it's perfect. Io Sky, it has to be the Iron Woman. I think the crowd love her. The crowd will be fully behind her. I think there are, I'm gonna say there are about three other women left with Io. I think you've got like Io, Bianca, Becky,
And live.
maybe Liv, and they've all been in the match for a considerable amount of time. And number 30 is dun 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 Charlotte Flair. She
Oh
comes
my
out.
god.
Yeah, she comes out, new look completely. She's dressed like all in black. She's got like this evil look on her face, and we see a completely different Charlotte Flair. We don't see the Queen. We see almost like the Black Widow Charlotte Flair. This really evil, sinister character. She gets in the ring. She kicks the shit out of all of them, throws them all out, and similar to you, she she cuts a promo as this huge heel, because I don't want this, woo, babyface Charlotte Flair. I don't even want the Queen heel Charlotte Flair. I want a different character altogether. Because you're right, Alfonso. Charlotte Flair comes out as the normal Charlotte Flair that we know. Despite the fact that she is incredible, she will be booed out of the building. Especially if she wins the Royal Rumble match, she will still be booed out of the building. I think if you switch her up with this fresh new gimmick, new look, the crowd will be intrigued, I think, and you can really go in a different direction with Charlotte Flair. But yeah, I think really similar to you, Alfonso. Charlotte's number 30, and I want to see different character, big heel against Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania, with Tiffany being the ultimate babyface. Yeah. Um, It's perfect for me. So
Cool.
yeah.
Makes sense.
Rohit, for those of you who haven't watched the our men's prediction, go and watch that. And Rohit puts in an absolute banger of a prediction for the men's Royal Rumble finish. So Rohit, let's see if you can do similar with the women's. What's your prediction for the final elimination or final few moments of the women's Royal Rumble match?
Okay, so you have a couple of ladies left, and Bianca Belair gets eliminated, leaving the two major names, the two back and forth, if you want to call it, Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair left. They're gonna have their 10-minute, 5 minute exchange, whatever you want to do. And then finally, just as it seems that everything's done, Charlotte Flair eliminates Becky Lynch, but there's still one more person left that people have forgotten. That's Io Sky, who was the Iron Woman of that match. She's been in there like since second or third, and everyone wants her to do it. Everyone thinks she's gonna get the sneak elimination on Charlotte, but no, the Queen denies. She just bullies Io, and just as it seems that everything's gonna be over, people thinking, "Oh, Io Sky's gonna get the last minute reversal." Nope. Charlotte Flair throws Io Sky out. She has won the Rumble, but wait, what actually happened? Io Sky did the show of Michaels. Only one foot touched the ground. She gets back in and drops Charlotte out of the ring. Io Sky wins the Rumble.
Oh my God, Rohit. Where do you get this stuff from? That's brilliant.
Imagination again, the callbacks.
Yeah,
That's
I
a great one.
suppose.
That's a great one.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I think you are going to get a potentially very disgruntled crowd watching Charlotte and Becky go back and forth for 10 minutes, thinking,
Potentially.
oh, God, these two again. Can we have someone
Yeah.
new? Sort of thing. But
Hmm.
I love the ending. I think you're going to get a absolute monster pop if Io Sky wins by last eliminating Charlotte Flair. Um, I
Mm.
think from everything that we've said, it's clear that Io and Charlotte are probably going to be the two favourites for the match, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And I think that the crowd are going to be firmly behind Io Sky, despite Charlotte Flair not having appeared for a year. This is a big comeback. I don't think the fans are going to give a shit unless she has this new character. I still think they're going to boo her out the building, but it's certainly going to be interesting.
Yeah, we could
So
get that moment between Charlotte and Io, like they did a couple years back between Roman and Nakamura, where it was everyone didn't want Roman to win again, and Nakamura was the last one standing. It was just like everyone got behind Nakamura. I could see the same thing happen.
absolutely, that's a great callback, Rohit. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And Nakamura did go on to win that. So
Yeah.
um, yeah. Before we wrap things up, in one word or one sentence, give us your women's Royal Rumble winner for 2025. I will start. Charlotte Flair. Rohit,
Yeah, Charlotte Flair. I can't see Triple H going anything else really.
Alfonso.
The Jade Cargill.
Oh.
You've just thrown that out of nowhere. I
Exactly.
I can't I
That
can't
way,
see.
that way, I can predict a lot of things, and maybe I'm right in one of them.
Interesting. Right, we'll wrap it up there, guys. Like I said, don't forget to go and check out our men's predictions for the men's Royal Rumble match as well. And keep an eye out for some future fancy booking for WrestleMania, perhaps coming up for Ringside Ramblers, as Alfonso just mentioned. And please give this video a like. Please subscribe to the Ringside Ramblers on YouTube. Alfonso, Rohit, thank you so much as always. Hope everybody enjoys the Royal Rumble, and we will see everybody next time for another Ringside Ramblers podcast. Ciao, everybody.
Ciao.
Ciao.